Hey Xavier, how you doing? I'm good, thanks. And
I didn't break it. But I proactively called like anti-dibs on the problem. Damn.
Okay, so click join voice and video on the bottom on the other screen.
Jesus Christ, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Yeah, let's just take a deep breath.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay. Hey, Kev, thanks for the sub, buddy. Oh, Rose, thanks for the sub for Kev. Okay, so we are officially back. Sorry about that, you guys. Fucking Roll20 has been an absolute pain in my urethra tonight, and honestly, over the last like fucking 5 weeks, we've had problems pretty much nonstop. So, anyways, welcome. We are 18 minutes late, but that's all right. So we are running session number 61 today of Unlikely Heroes, and I wanted to say thank you for everybody who's popped in. This last 7 days has just been an absolute kick-ass non-stop slew of Dungeons and Dragons. I have not only watched more games but played in a game this week and am now DMing another game. Next week we've got an 8-hour D&D session on Saturday, followed by D&D on Sunday, and we have a 5-hour D&D game on Thursday that Candace and I are going to be playing in together. It's just, we got lots of Dungeons and Dragons going on, so 'tis the fucking season. Anyways, I'm also finally not hearing the gurgling in my lung, which is awesome. Still got a little bit of a cough, but yeah, I'm not convinced that I have lung cancer anymore, so that's definitely good to have out of my system. Anyways, Redwire, hey, what's up, buddy? How are you? We were just singing your praises. Okay, so session number 61, you guys know the routine. We're going to dive into a quick session recap, then an experience recap from last time, plus a couple little notes that I have. I'm going to take questions from the group, and then we're going to jump right into it. So, without further ado, thank you for joining us. And yeah, just hold on tight and get ready for what is potentially going to be a very weird and wonderful session. As, to be quite honest with you, I think every single session, all 61 sessions that we've played so far have been weird and wonderful. Some more weird than others, and some more wonderful than others, but anyways. Alright guys, we are going to get started. Thanks for popping in. Okay. The first thing I do is cough in everyone's ear. Alright guys, so last recap from last session. So first and foremost, it was an interesting session. There was a very, very long conversation between Ree, Doc, and Gimbal, which was interesting. It was actually probably, as silly as it sounds, for having such weird characters involved with that, such savage characters and such unintelligent creatures by nature. It was a very emotion-filled and deep conversation, so that was super awesome. During the course of the conversation, Gimbal kind of came out and said, "Look, I'm not stupid. I know what's kind of going on. I'm hearing whispers. I'm hearing rumors. I know that you are potentially trying to go back at least near where Pudu is, and if not exactly, then at least near Grell. I happen to have a way for you to get there quickly, at least I think so. I have not checked it out, but I do have this map that I was given, and it was a map to a shrine that was supposedly created a long time ago during the giant wars up in the Helmkarian territory, which forced dwarves to flee from Grell down to Underhill via a magical sanctuary. He gave you the map. You have the location of that sanctuary, or at least that's what he told you. I mean, this is also coming from a fucking weird goblin sneak guy. So anyways, you guys had that conversation. You parted ways. You got back to the tavern. You guys were kind of hanging out for a little while. There wasn't really a whole lot of, important detail. Not to say that your conversations aren't important, but the other important piece was that during the course of conversation between the four of you, Gray grabs Doc and says, "Hey, real quick before we go to bed, I need to have a quick conversation with you." So Gray pulls Doc into the back room and very nonchalantly says, "I am going to give you this bag of 10,000 silver pieces, and you're going to kill Krogmore," who was the guy, the butt-chin dwarf, that Ree kicked the shit out of. Well, we won't say kicked the shit out of, but
it was, yeah.
beat up, beaten to submission.
Let's be fair.
During the arena competition. So Doc said, "Wow, it feels good to get paid for this. I was going to kill the fucker anyways, but I'll take the contract." So I have a note here on my end that says we are actually picking up because they had just finished this conversation. There was going to be a conversation between Ree and Aurora, or at least we were going to open it up to Ree and Aurora, who were still out in the main room while the conversation between Gray and Doc was happening. So that's where we're going to go today. We're going to pick up right there just to give some scene setting. It is Sunday, the 12th of Jutet, at about 1:30 in the morning. Your guys' conversation with Gimbal took quite a long time, and more than it taking a long time, there was a lot of discussion the session prior when you guys had also gotten back to the tavern. So this is just kind of run through the night. Oh, and by the way, almost everybody's shit-faced. I know for a fact that Rhea is pretty toasty, so actually I think Gray's sober. Lucy, you looked very concerned there for a second. Are you okay? Did you hear a gunshot or something? Oh, glasses. Wow. Okay. The expression on your face was like somebody just like, I don't know what they do in England, shot an arrow through your window, going for your throat. Where the fuck is Cat? All right. So, that's it for our recap from last time. Excuse me. Sorry. Still, unfortunately, have a little bit of a runny nose here. So, XP recap. So, because there wasn't really a whole lot that went on, there was no big things that went down. Everybody just got the standard 500 XP for the roleplay. That would put Gray at 32,906. That's 32,906. Aurora, 31,894. 31,894, and the other two are at 34,744. Okay, on that note, I did have one other little note here, and it was just that I wrote something down because it made me screech with laughter both times, live and when I re-listened to the session from last week, and that was Ree's comment to Gray, and I quote, "You want to get freaky back there? You want to get weird?" This is, yeah. Gray was not having that, but it was pretty fucking funny regardless. Yeah, no. Okay, before we start, anybody have any questions for me? Comments, concerns, clarifications? Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and then just get it going. Let me turn some tunes on. So the conversation between Doc and Gray has literally just finished, but we're going to do a slight retroactive RP, and that is going to be between Aurora and Ree. All right, the band is starting to wind down in the tavern. It's starting to wind down quickly, actually, as it's pretty late. It's pretty early, really. But yeah, the band strikes up one more round, and you two are left to your devices.
Do you want to get another round? Should we? You keep drinking. I haven't had enough. I don't think I need more.
I hate that I can't move myself.
I know.
I don't think I've done that yet. So, yes.
That's an absolute yes. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll wave the bar keep over again. I'm all right. Oh, keep it coming.
He walks over looking pretty exhausted, as he has been feeding people drinks pretty much nonstop since you walked in and started paying for people's liquor. He walks over and he says, yes, Ree. Is there something that I can do for you?
I think we just need another round of Firebelly. Yeah. Right.
Firebelly, my goodness, you've almost tapped me out. Yes, let me bring you up. Is this another round for everyone, or just a round for yourself? And you too.
Is there enough for everyone?
He kind of looks back at this very, very sad-looking glass cask that is hanging off the wall, and it could probably give everybody a shot. He says, "I'd probably be tapped out until the delivery from Helmcar, but yes, I could do it if you'd like."
No. Let's just for the two of us for now, I think.
Wonderful. We'll say that this nightcap is on me.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And he turns and he goes back to the cask, pours you two little, small goblets, brings them over, sets them down, and enjoy.
Yeah. We will lift the glass to Aurora. What are we drinking to? We're drinking to life and not being smushed into the ground.
So leaving first thing in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah. Leaving first thing in the morning.
She will absolutely toast and throw back as much as her tiny halfling body can take.
All right, Aurora, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. You're just past that point.
And I do that with advantage, though, right? Because it counts as poison?
Nope, alcohol is not poison.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Alcohol in great quantities will poison you, but it is not a poison.
Okay, I couldn't remember what our ruling was on that. Let's see if it wants to let me. My D&D Beyond is apparently being stupid.
That's okay, at least we can see your beautiful face. So we know when that slow roll stops exactly how fucked you are. Before we all see it.
Oh, it's not even letting me roll, so I'm just doing it in roll 20. I guess it's a +1.
Okay. Oh yeah, no problem. You're perfectly fine. You take it like a champ. It goes down, and as it begins to bubble up and burn in your now very cold acclimated throat and chest, you get this really uncomfortable feeling, almost as if you feel like something physically shift, like an organ shift inside of you, and you kind of take you exhale outwardly. You can see actual like a condensation breath, like a cold, almost frosty breath kind of spill out of her mouth. But yeah, you take it like a champion. You just feel the same as you did before.
Oh, Fire Belly doesn't hit the same anymore.
So, is this gonna keep happening? It's just gonna keep getting frostier and frostier until what? Like you're like a block of ice, or how does this work?
Till you turn into a goddamn snowman.
So she's gonna put up her steely hand and kind of wiggle the talons there.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Is that gonna keep happening, or are you just gonna turn into like a fucking dragon? Is that how dragons are made?
So that would
That's a
be
good question.
cool as fuck. However, I also happen to like having 2 legs and the ability to use a bow. So no, this should be the end of it. However, I have to be careful not to drain him too much.
So he's the one who has actually given you all that power. That's that's
sort
really
of.
cool.
No, it's. Do you remember Telecrix?
Yeah. I died. Right? He smushed me into the ground. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. It's more of that through me, both through me.
It's fucking confusing.
Yeah, it is. Especially now since I have magic now, like true, undeniable. I shot fire at you. I'm very sorry about that, by the way. If I'm gonna shoot something at a friend, like it's gonna be intentional.
You shot fire at me?
No?
When the hell did you do that?
I think you might have a little bit of fire belly left in that glass. You should have seen. You should investigate that.
Yeah, all right.
Sure shit, she was right. There was a little bit left in there.
Nice.
She's got an eye.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna. I don't know what you got from the conversation earlier, but yeah, we're gonna definitely need to leave here as soon as possible. We need to We need to go to my home, Pudu, up in the mountains. It's I hope you don't. I hope you're all right with being around a lot more goblins.
Do we get the fuck away from dwarves?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We could leave tonight.
I mean, we could, yeah, but I think we need to just chill for a day. Yeah. No pun intended.
We, yeah. What's one more night? No. Why are? Or is this just a visit home?
No.
You relapsed into a lot of goblin. I followed some of that conversation. I was on. I'll be honest. I was mostly just there to make sure they didn't try and pull some shit. And if he
Oh.
did, I was gonna sink a quiver and a half into him.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, don't. He couldn't have done anything to me. I mean, come on. But no. I mean, Doc. Yeah, maybe. But no. It was. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching out for us. It's awesome. But no. Oh fuck! What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. No, we're yeah. It's not for like a home visit or anything like that. Just say hi to the folks. Fuck knows what my parents are. No, it's they're one of the parts of the ship crashed up that way, and so Gimbal, little boy, little gnome boy turned, or no, he was a dwarf boy turned goblin.
I'm keenly aware.
Yeah, he's yeah, he was apparently he has some booyah shit where he's actually able to see, up in my village for a while, and everything was fine until suddenly it fucking wasn't, and he couldn't see anything, and it was all like foggy and dark and scary shit. So like it's like a lot like what was fucking happening with like all the stabby thing that stabbed Doc to death, like that mist and the darkness and the fucking evil shit.
We're
So
going to. Do you think that there's a bunch of the Sorrowsworn and the other ones near your family?
sounds like it, yeah.
And you want to wait until morning?
I mean, I want to go right now, absolutely, yeah. But I mean, we can't. We got to get our shit. We got to get our shit together. And
I mean, we've got the stuff. I can sober you up. We don't need the rooms anymore. I've got the snifty bag now. We could leave now.
you think so? You think everybody's going to be ready to go right now?
Yeah, why not?
All right, yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's go talk to the others. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to go fuck with some Sorrowsworn like in the middle of the night. Personally, that's fucking.
We're not exactly gonna make it there in one night. Like, I know
That's
you're
true.
fast as fuck, boy, but like, I now have tiny not dragon halfling legs.
Right. Yeah, you're slow as fuck, boy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't argue with that. But I do have a very large bow that should help now.
You can use that. That's double your size.
It takes a little bit of finagling with it. So it's sort of like to bend, like, you know what? I'll just show you later. Gray will be out walking ahead, and it'll be just the perfect opportunity.
What about Gray walking ahead?
I'm sure we could just picture that he's got like an apple on his head,
Oh
and then I
yeah.
can do some really cool tricks.
Oh yeah. No, that'd be cool. I like that. Nice. Okay, but yes, let's go talk to the rest of the group. I think we absolutely should get there as soon as possible, and if it's night, awesome. But like I said, you're gonna have to be cool with goblins, because I mean, last time we were around like a colony with a whole bunch of goblins, you ended up like shooting a fucking shaman in the neck.
In my defense, I could suddenly just hear and see her heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's not a good defense.
I didn't. It was a little odd.
Yeah. I guess that's a little concerning. I I don't I'm I don't know. That's weird. I guess is that what happens? Like you actually see heartbeats and you shoot at them? Gnarly.
When I, how do I put it? When I just, when my hunt begins, it will end when that thing is dead, one way or another.
Brutal. But anyway, a lot of these goblins in Pudu are family, like literally family. Like I don't know how many other goblin people my dad fucked to make like me and my brothers. I mean, probably a lot more. I probably have like several half brothers and sisters out there. I have no fucking clue, but just try not to, let's be cool. There a lot of them. They're goblins. I mean, they're a bunch of dicks, like in their own right, but they're still kind of family.
Do you care about your family?
Yeah, I care about my family. I care about my brothers,
Chuck and
Okay.
Chuck.
Chuck and Chuck.
I have no reason to hunt your family, Ray.
Good. I mean, so what I'm afraid of here is that they might have been turned.
Well, in that case, then they need to be put down, and that's just simple.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. That's what I'm getting at. I've been having trouble with this a lot lately. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed the Knolls. I mean, that was a different scenario, but I've been having trouble with this a lot lately. And if it comes to like my family, I don't know how I'll be able to do any of it, to do what's necessary.
She starts to say something like immediately pauses, catches herself, glances towards the room where Doc and Gray are, takes a deep breath, and goes, we'll take care of the situation. However, it's necessary, and only as much as necessary.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna try to keep you all as safe as possible. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I see Chuck and he's or Chuck. If they're in that state, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, then we best hurry. Do you want to tell him?
Yeah, I'll tell him.
What a manipulator.
Okay.
All right, ready? All right, I'll go. Let's go. Let's do this. And Bree gets up and starts pounding off to the room.
Okay. So Ree gets up and begins to walk back towards the room. All right. Aurora, are you following?
Oh yeah, she absolutely wants to hear this. No, she's definitely letting Ree take the lead on this. But she's staying within earshot.
Okay, so Gray, you have just finished emptying the sack of 10,000 silver into Doc's coin purse of the pocket plane when the door swings open and Ree is in the doorway.
Doc says, yeah, I'll tell her.
Just kind of wave.
Hey guys. All right, so Aurora and I have been talking, and I think we should get going like right now, just to make sure we get this fucking bullshit taken care of like immediately. So let's get packing, right?
Doc kind of glances over at Gray. So now?
As soon as possible. I mean, it was like Aurora brought up a good point. Like, I mean, if the fucking darkness is happening there right now, then I mean, there's no time to waste. Chuck and Chuck could be fucking purple vein zombies right now, or almost not.
Aurora said that?
Well, yeah. I mean, not a terrible thought. I thought.
It's a really terrible thought. I don't like thinking about Chuck and Chuck in that way.
Yeah.
However,
Well, no, Aurora didn't tell me that part. I told myself that part. I got into my own head, and it's just like, let's fucking go. Let's do this. What are we waiting for?
Gray, make a perception check. And these are the benefits you get from having weird feats like Observant. 22. You can hear Aurora breathing in the hallway just around the corner.
Snickering back there, probably.
No, she's just leaning against the wall and absolutely listening.
Speaking of Aurora, are you gonna come in too, or are you gonna stay outside?
Oh, yeah, I thought she was right behind me.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. Definitely trying to look as nonchalant as possible.
And so as Aurora comes in, runs over to her her bed and starts packing up her shit.
so while this was a really great idea, Aurora, I guess I don't know if the middle of the night is the best time to go. Listen, I fully understand where you're coming from, and honestly, I have the same sense of urgency, but if we are exhausted when we get there, it will end in more than just me dying.
Again.
Well, yeah, but we can if we rest, like when we get to the temple or whatever, and then like I can show you like a nice, really like nice rock to hide under while we rest, and it'll be good. It'll be fine, right?
I will let you decide what you think we should do, because this is your family. But we don't know what we're walking into. We could get to this sanctuary and, you know, I don't suspect this is true, but, or not sanctuary, the shrine, thank you. We could get to the shrine, and I don't suspect this is what we'll find, but maybe there's a trap there, and we're not prepared. Or we get there and something's taken over the location and we're not prepared. I would much rather make sure that we get you to your family safely than rush into this unprepared, and then we do no good for anybody.
Doc, make an insight check.
Here we go.
Okay. Thank you.
Quick DM-ish survival skill question.
Sure.
Knowing the maps like I do, how long would it take to get to Pudu pinprick of light space if we move like we normally do?
Oh, that's a good question. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. And while I'm doing that, why don't you... you're in possession of a map, is that correct, Aurora? I'm pretty sure you have a copy. Okay, you have the pinprick map too, right?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kev.
I was gonna say, yeah, she has that map, and I still have the map that Gimbal had given us.
Correct. And I don't think you guys have shown that yet to the other two, right?
No.
Okay. So why don't you do this? If you're gonna lay those out to like legitimately look at them around the table, go ahead, Aurora, give me a survival check, please. And if you are proficient, are you proficient with navigator's tools?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
I would have to look.
Okay. While you're doing that, go ahead and you can just give me the survival check.
I don't know what's with my like D&D Beyond and Roll20. Everything's being super slow and weird. Not like
It's okay.
slow rolls, it's just being weird.
That's fine. If you need to like refresh or whatever you gotta do, that's fine by me. I gotta pull this map up and just take a quick look at it anyway. So bear with me for 1 moment.
And no, I'm not proficient in the navigator's tools.
Okay, that actually took way less time than I was anticipating because honestly, you guys are one of my only groups that regularly uses the map, so I'm getting really fucking good at ironing out exactly what it will take you. So, Aurora, you with the 21, you sit down, you begin to draw, you begin to use your finger, however you have learned how to trace the increments for the map. The map that you guys have happens to be almost perfectly to scale. Within probably about a quarter mile, it is legitimately within scale to what this continent is. The pinprick map, when you lay it over the top of this, is almost identical. It's just slightly out of shift. But Kevin, because you're from Pudu, when you look at the map, it does appear that where it lies within the Grellian mountain range, that it is very, very, very close to Pudu. You're not sure if it's exactly on top of it, but it's definitely near it. So, with that being said, if you guys were to not get there in any other way except for walking by foot, which means that you go from Underhill straight west to the main road that leads north into Dwarf territory, and then straight... Actually, you know what? Hang on. I have a map for you guys. Oh my god. Alright. So, if you guys were to leave from Underhill, head straight west along the mountain range, and then go up the path, which you know is probably the safest way because Helmkarian soldiers patrol it regularly, and then shoot straight west to Grell, it would take you guys... We're assuming you're moving at a normal pace so nobody's exhausted and that you can just kind of do your thing. It would take you about 5 days to get to Grell. Now, if you wanted to go to Pudu from Grell, taking the same route, which is the quote-unquote safest route, we're looking at about 6 days, and that is not including any delays because of environmental situations, including having to be in the mountains and in the fucking cold. So that is perfect conditions, normal speed, and walking the entire way. So it's either like a 5 to 6 day journey. Or you pull out the Sanctuary map, which lies about 5 to 6 hours north of where you guys are right now through a small mountain pass. And then that could potentially get you at least near Grell instantaneously. So, according to what not only the map states, but what Gimbal told you.
Oh, so the map gets us just to the mountains, not like near the actual village itself, like a couple hours from there.
Yeah, so if you were to take the map will get you to the shrine near Underhill. That supposedly will transport you to the sister shrine, which is just outside of Grell. Right. Then from there, it's about 1 day's travel to Pudu. If you were to go into the mountains, again, that is not including environmental or other situational issues.
So basically, like we're talking about, like all in all, like a day and a half travel, basically.
Correct. If you were to use a sanctuary.
Yeah. I mean, even now, it's even using this booyah, it's such a long fucking time, right?
Now, what I will tell you also is that you guys are all well aware that it is very deep into the night, if not the next morning, and you are all very tired, bordering on exhaustion if you were to start walking now and not sleep.
I think that this was a great gift that was given to us, and if we, and again, I will leave it to you, but if we leave now, and we get there exhausted, we will be squandering it. We will be... She'll say squandering in Goblin.
I mean, it's a 5 to 6 day walk by my best estimates. We're going to have time to camp. We can at least get through some of the worst of it.
Yeah, it's about that, though. It's not going to be that long.
Gray, just so you know, you also are aware that the 15th is when your contact said he would have your information.
It's like it's magic to get to the Grell Mountains with this map.
Right. So if we use this gift that was given to us by our friend, the young dwarven boy, it should be much less. Much less. Which is why I think we should take advantage of the gift of time that we were given and use it to make sure we are actually prepared for what we are about to embark upon. And it's about 20% of this is me being really scared to go against those things again, if I'm being totally honest. But 80% of it is me trying to make sure that everybody in this room doesn't die.
Yeah, but my brothers might be going against these things right now.
What do you think the likelihood of that truly is? That it hasn't already happened or hasn't happened at all?
Well, from what Gimbal said, it is happening, right? I mean, he saw the darkness.
Are Chuck and Chuck anything like you?
Kind of. What? You mean tough or?
Tough and self-preserving?
I mean, they're self-preserving. They're not as tough. At least when I left them.
So would they stand and fight, or would they have found somewhere to self-preserve?
Probably would have tried to hide somewhere.
Are there decent hiding spots over by Pudu? It's mountains, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's caves and holes you can hide into. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of nasty fucking creatures came out of those ships. Like
Exactly.
we only saw like one or two, you know, and they're fucking terrifying and gross.
Exactly. So what good are you gonna do, Chuck and Chuck, if you show up and you can't do anything? We can take the minimum amount of sleep we need to be able to make sure that you can do what you have to do, and that I can do what I have to do.
How much time does your magic map shave off?
Days.
You know, or it's gonna look at Ray.
Yeah, and according to you guys' calculations, it's like 5.5 days.
Cuts off 5.5 days.
Yeah.
It's gonna hear the days. It's gonna look at Ray and say, if we go now, we're taking the long way, and we're gonna get there later than if we sleep and go and take this magical gift map way. As much as I want to get the fuck out of here, it makes sense to go as soon as the sun crosses the horizon.
Go to sleep now. We can get a decent night's rest.
All right, go to sleep, everybody.
Doc flops down on her bed immediately.
All right, well, I Gray, what do you think about all this? Is this do you think we should go now? I mean,
Gray. Remember, you know, we can travel quickly, so we can maybe go take care of this and then come back if we need.
That's your professional observation. Very well. Let's go, if they're anything like you, Rhea, I think I'm gonna enjoy this village.
oh yeah, well,
Also, I
you're
agree.
probably not gonna love it right now, but usually it's fine.
Also, yeah, I would agree that we should go today, because I'm mainly tapped out on most of my magic.
We will do everything we can, right? But we need to be able to do everything.
Okay. All right. Fine. Rhea will just kind of like drop what she's doing, packing her bag, and just kind of like kick it under her bed. Fine. All right. Let's just go to sleep then.
Doc burritos herself into her blanket and faces the wall.
Okay, Doc, as you do that, can you please make a wisdom check for me, please?
Check.
Yep, just a check, not a saving throw. Okay. As you throw yourself down, kind of burrito yourself in, you get all nice, comfy, and cozy. You blink heavy, and as your eyes flicker back open, along the back side of the wall, you hear a heartbeat moving along the wall and away from you to the west.
With my background, would would I be able to tell if it was at least just a larger or smaller creature from how quickly it was going?
So with a 17, you are two things. First, it is definitely a creature that is smaller in stature, but still technically considered medium. And second of all, you are hearing the heartbeat the same way that you hear the heartbeat, the same way that you have heard the heartbeat when you had to kill Aurora and when you had to kill Ree. When you were contractually obligated to do so.
Doc is going to sit up. I will be back in just a moment. I need to check on something. And she's going to walk out.
Happy pooping.
Happy pooping!
Okay.
Is this another secret meeting? Do I need to follow you again?
No.
She's just pooping. I mean, give her some space, God.
Alright, so, is everybody else going to sleep now or to get themselves bedded down, or is there anything else that the three of you, before I jump over to Doc really quick?
So the only thing Ree would do is she would have a lot of trouble like resting and like getting herself to actually go to sleep. It'll probably take her a while, but in that time she'll probably just be holding her nugget and be, Carl, I know you've been kind of helping me out lately, and I really appreciate it. But I hope that maybe you could kind of spread some of that luck over to Chuck and Chuck down up there in Pudu and all the people there who are dealing with those nasty fucking creatures. Please give them some luck. Crisscross applesauce glitter in your eye.
Make a religion check for me.
Wow, that was almost a 17.
Okay, understood. You, as you kind of are like in your covers and kind of like talking to yourself with the nugget, you like throw the covers up and over your head for just a moment, and you see just this flicker, this big, bright, golden for just a moment. Just like a firefly, just like the firefly you've seen before. And you are starting to understand that is, at least if nothing else, recognition of your prayer. You've been heard.
That's all I'm hoping for.
Gray or Aurora?
The short version is Aurora is going to make sure that they're ready to go in the morning. Not that her stuff takes very long, because it's like straps good, okay, I'm ready. But she will... God, what time of night is it right now?
At this point, it's like 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Way past my bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
So then...
I was asleep 6 hours ago, so...
Her plan then is, as soon as she's got her gear checked, she's kind of doing that mental, like, formulation of, like, what do we have to do to be able to get on the road? How do I get the kids in the car? Kind of thing. So her plan is to wake up early, set her inner, like, clock, get up early so that she can talk to the tavern keep and get the others' asses out of bed and on the road. And then she's going to go the fuck to... She's going to lay down, but she's not going to sleep until Doc's back.
Okay, Gray, anything special?
I think Gray's gonna see Doc leave. He's gonna look kind of annoyed. And go, let's just get this over with and then go to sleep.
So, Gray, as you kind of get frumpy and say, let's get this over with, you kind of get yourself bundled up and you, in bed, obviously, snuff the candle out in the center of the room, and as the smoke kind of drifts up from the candle, you see it form a familiar, shadowy visage, and that visage kind of creeps around the room, up and over Aurora, and kind of down into your face. And you see the two horns kind of grow out of the shadow and creep back as the long, extended, shadowy jaw begins to speak to you, mentally, of course.
Ah, yes, Mr. Gray. Do not fear, Gray, for she is going to do that for which you have paid. Or at least I'd assume so, judging by the thump of the feet on the street. It's okay. Rest well now, and in the morning, she will greet.
And the shadow fades away.
I think Gray would kind of think to himself, oh, he's rhyming again. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your business trip. I guess. Lie down.
All right. So, Doc, you step out into the street. As you do so, you look to your left and your right. Give me a perception check, please. Remember, guidance is a reactive thing now.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, we changed it last week. Yep.
Alright, there we go.
So you roll it, and then if you want to, you can use your reaction to then guidance.
Yeah, I want.
So you step out, you begin to look around frantically, and you whisper a prayer to Garl. As you do so, your nugget vibrates, knowing that you are attempting to stay probably pretty hidden at this point. It vibrates and does not glow. You look to your right, and you see, stumbling out of the alley next to the house of the Dwarf Lord Inn and heading to the west, is a very familiar figure to you. One that kicked the absolute shit out of Ree during the arena fight, but obviously was turned around and granted the win for Ree. There are guards patrolling the street, as there is a lot of chaos in the street at about 2 in the morning on a Sunday in Dwarven territory, because everybody's really fucked up and out and wandering and doing their thing. So it's kind of busy, but you at least see him walking, stumbling away from you.
I'm gonna try to nonchalantly follow him.
Can you be more specific with the word nonchalantly?
I'm not gonna try to stealth in front of him.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep him in my sights and follow him without being on his heels.
Understood. Go ahead and give me a survival check, and this is for tracking somebody. It is not a difficult DC, I will tell you that right now, because you are in a familiar place, city streets, well lit. Well, it's decently well lit, but we'll see where we go.
Oh, come on.
That's not great.
Is it a new...
We will say that, yeah, you can go ahead and guidance yourself. You begin to follow him through the streets. He stumbles into a couple of alleyways between the Temple of Moradin and the stables, and you lose him for a moment. You grab your nugget and you whisper a prayer. You kind of stumble out of the alleyway you thought he went into, but then suddenly he appears from between these two houses here, about 100 feet ahead of you, and begins to head northwest this direction. You are behind him quite a ways, and again, there are patrols moving through the through the street. People are actively being arrested because they're out in the street fighting and drinking, and the taverns are shutting down, and it's typical Dwarven Saturday night, early Sunday morning. You follow him for a good 15 minutes or so before he finally gets up to where the storehouses are. And the storehouses are not it's not just two primary storehouses. There's a couple of buildings here, smaller buildings like within this small compound, and you see him get to a door. And again, you're about 150 feet away. He gets to a door. You see him grab a key ring. He fumbles for a key ring, drops the key ring, picks it up. He kind of leans into the door with his head as kind of like a drunken bro who's just trying to open his door after a frat party. And he eventually gets the key in, flips it, pushes his way in. It's pitch black inside. The door shuts, and there is an audible latch. What would you like to do? And that's about as nonchalant as you could have gotten. Nobody seems to have paid any attention to you because you're not fucked up and fighting in the streets. Yet. What?
Is there somewhere nearby that's shadowy enough that I would feel comfortable trying to stealth?
Oh, there's plenty of places. I mean, look, dwarves can all see in the dark. There's no need for torches. So,
Yeah, so I'm gonna
the torches are far and few between.
go somewhere like out of sight, at least of most people. I realize that I'm but at least of most people, and try to stealth.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Yep, you go in between the main bulk of the storehouses around where the small compound is, and you kind of throw your hood up, pull your cloak over your shoulders, and you begin to creep very quietly and very perceptively through the alleys.
24. I'm going to, if you allow it, I would like to also guidance and stealth just to be safe.
Absolutely. You feel like you are moving quiet as a mouse, but underneath your breath, you begin to whisper prayers to Garl, saying, "Please allow my steps to be that of shadows and fleet of foot." And sure as shit, you feel a cold embrace wrap up and around your feet as you open your cloak and look down, and you realize that shadows have actually encompassed both of your feet, and you are moving with almost no sound. What do you do?
In my head, I'm going to say, Carl is good. And then I'm going to, alright, so are there windows I'd be able to peek into? I can't, like, on the other side, obviously, I see there's, like, this balcony thing on the outside. Does that go all the way around? Or are there windows I can peek into?
I'm sorry, you said a balcony? Oh, give me a second. Give me a sec. I'll do you one better. So. Okay, so you find yourself in this small compound. I'm kind of like outlining areas that you can see. This is like the immediate surrounding around you. Obviously, you can see that there are some stone structures around you. You've just gotten up to what was at one point a brazier that was actively lit, but you can, looking inside, there's not even coals anymore. It's just all turned to mush from condensation. There's nothing in here. You saw him go into this building right here.
Okay.
So you see a door on the northern side. You see a window on the eastern side. Down here is a building that you see two doors on, one to the east, one to the west. Above you there are stone buildings that you are seeing. This is a door, and the only other thing that stands out to you that you can see here is on the back side of the building, which you have not investigated fully at this point. There's clearly a chimney, and you can only tell because there's it's rising up and above everything else. Also, just for clarification's sake, you do have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, you see all of this, but in black and white. There's not a single torch lit on the street here.
Okay. I'm gonna go look in that window, I think. See if I can't peek in and spot him inside the window.
Give me a perception check. All right. So, as you peek in, you can clearly see that there is definitely somebody. You can't see who because you're peeking through a curtained window. Like, they don't just have, windows that are totally open. But the little crack you can see, there is a body in the bed that is currently tossing and turning. Kind of like getting comfortable, or so it would appear. And that's about it. There is no active light in this dwelling.
Do I hear the heart?
Make a wisdom check. A lot's happened from the time you left the tavern till now, so we'll see. Yes, you do. Yep. Nope, you do. Yep, DC 10. So, yeah. So you... Huh?
I'm able to, like, tell where it's coming from.
You don't know exactly where it's coming from, but it is definitely somewhere in this structure.
Okay.
Telling you that you are very confident that same heartbeat was in here. And you hear heartbeats the same way that somebody would read fingerprints. They are all very particular to a contract.
Okay. And this feels like that one.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. So then, well, firstly, does the window look like it'll open?
Make an investigation check. That's a great question.
Oh man. Would I be allowed to put my, knowing that I'm looking at something closely, could I put my little goggles on to get advantage of that?
Fuck yeah. Look, right now, so with where you're at, and what is your passive perception? 15. You are, as you look around, this place is a little bit on the lower caste side. Remember, the dwarves have a caste system. This is kind of like where grungy, kind of like dirty, like coal sweepers and chimney sweeps and pit fighters and indentured servants. This is where they live. You have not seen, since you've been here, anybody patrolling the streets like they would outside in the main area near like merchants or aristocratic areas. So as you kind of like glance around, you're like, I've got time. You flip it on. You flip your goggles of minute seeing, excuse me, and you glance down and yeah, go ahead and I believe that just grants you advantage, right? What a good fucking magic item to remember. Oh yeah, perfect. So you see that it is definitely locked, and it is locked from the inside via one small latch.
Okay.
And it appears that latch is made of either iron or some sort of metal, only because it glints in the little tiny bit of moonlight that's refracting off of it.
I was making sure, I was trying to remember whose inventory I was thinking of, and it was not box.
No, that's fine. Okay, you go to the door. Around the front, I'm assuming, to the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
This here. Is it? I heard it latch. So, is there a keyhole?
Yeah, you saw him fumble for the keys. There is definitely a keyhole.
I'd like to try to pick the lock.
Okay, so go ahead and give me... Give me a dexterity check, and if you are proficient with thieves' tools, which I know you are, you get to add your proficiency modifier. So just a dexterity check plus proficiency.
Okay. So it's 11, and then I'm gonna, if I can, guidance myself.
Okay.
So it's only a 14.
Yeah, so you get your actually, you know what? Hang on. Give me a second. Okay. So you get your picks in there, and you begin to kind of twist the pick in your right hand, and with your left hand, you begin to shake the tumblers ever so slightly. There's a loud, audible clank as one of the tumblers slips out of place and slams down inside of it. You pause for a moment. Give me a perception check. You hear nothing stir from the inside. You go back to your business and begin to shift and manipulate the lock itself. After about 4 or 5 minutes, and somebody drunkenly stumbling out of this alleyway right here and around the corner, not noticing you, going to their own door, opening it, and going in, you pause with the tumblers stuck in place, like literally pressed against the door. You hear the door click behind you, and you finish your lockpick with an audible click. And as you finish it, you're like, oh, this guy does not have much money. This was a very easy lock to pick. Like he is slums. This is slums for them.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly, I'm gonna very slowly open the door and try to stay as quiet as I can.
Okay.
Slip inside and slowly close it behind me.
Okay, give me 1 sec here. I'll give you some more. Whoopsie daisy. No! As he casts darkness on you. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be fucked up? I'm out.
Trapped in here with me.
Yeah. All right. So you enter. You close the door behind you. As you close the door behind you, you actually, the interesting thing about this is that it was not obviously a deadbolt or a latch. There was actually a small knob that you flip on the inside to lock it from the inside. The same could be done from the outside with a key. And that is not common outside of dwarven culture.
Okay. But I would know, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna stop. As soon as I get in and close the door, I'm gonna stop for a second and listen and make sure I can hear the heartbeat, hear him breathing, check if he's stirring, check if he's staring at me.
Sure. Make a perception check.
I like the idea that he sleeps with his eyes open, just staring at you.
Wouldn't that be terrifying?
Oh, Lucy.
Give him 1 sec. You know what's hilarious? I kid you not. There was some random rolls when I was building this guy, and the feat that I built him with at level 4 was alert, which means that he like can't be surprised if he's conscious. Other creatures don't have an advantage if he's unconscious or not being seen. So yeah, his alertness is he's cockeyed. You could tell, and he was pretty shit faced when you encountered him because he was very clearly stumbling. You assume he was shit faced. But as you get in, you close the door. You hear an audible. But his eyes are wide open and staring straight at the door.
Get back pause. Like, she'd actually backspace and kind of freeze in place. Stare at him. She'd take one step, and if he didn't stir, then she would continue forward.
Yep, you begin to take steps, and he does not move.
Okay. So once she was sure, like absolutely sure, that he wasn't going to wake up and fight her, she would certainly cross some bridge.
Okay, so coup de grace is not a thing in 5th edition.
Assassinate.
Yep, but you can attempt to assassinate. I do miss the days of coup de grace because this could be over real easy. Okay, so first of all, what are you trying to kill this guy with?
So I guess I saw him fight.
Yep. And he's a mean motherfucker.
Yeah.
When he hits, he hits.
We haven't long rested yet, so I do not have a 3rd level spell slot yet, correct?
Correct, you also don't have those hit points.
Right. Yeah, I have where I was at work. Or I should. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna... I honestly,
Actually, you know what? You'd be at full hit points anyways, but you just wouldn't have the additional. Yeah,
I
exactly.
have myself
Okay.
at my old,
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Old max.
Yeah, old.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to decide. I think I'm gonna use Ray of Sickness at 2nd level with Assassinate.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. All right. So you get in above this guy, and you're gonna try to cast Ray of Sickness. Okay. So I need you to make a ranged spell attack against your target, and with it being a ranged spell attack, you can just, I believe, click on the spell, and it will do it for you. You will do it. Okay. So let me just bear with me for one moment here.
I would like to complicate things as much as possible for you.
Yeah, I was like, wow, Ray of Sickness was a weird choice, but all right. That's okay though. That's not a bad thing.
It's 3d8 versus 1d6.
So you can't be surprised while conscious I honestly thought you were going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, you know what?
But if you're already casting Ray of Sickness, it's actually more damage. I think Ray of Sickness is technically more damage, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So that's fine. That's totally fine, and it's the same attack roll, so no big deal. So he cannot be surprised while conscious. He is technically unconscious right now, which is incapacitated, can't move, speak, unaware of surroundings. And if you are within 5 feet, any attack that hits attackers have advantage, and any attack that hits within 5 feet is a crit. But because you're assassinate, you already have crit, so you have advantage on the roll. However, other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls because as a result of you not being seen. It's not a result of you not being seen, it's a result of him being unconscious. So, sorry, I wanted to make sure I talked all that out because there was some specific verbiage in there. So you have advantage on the roll, so go ahead and cast your spell, but do it 2 times, and we will take the highest roll. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but you take the first 2, so 17 and 19, and honestly, thank goodness that you cast it with advantage, because you would have missed if you cast it the first time. That would have been horrific. So, you tell me, we haven't seen you cast Ray of Sickness. I didn't even know that you were preparing this fucking spell, so... What is this? I mean, this is dark. This is dirty.
I prepared it before the Knowles who ate my face. So she sneaks over to him. She focuses for a second, and then she takes a deep breath. And as she lets go, she holds her hands out, and out of her hands comes a black and green twisted mist that he breathes in with one of his huge snores and ingests to systemically destroy.
God, that's fucking disgusting. You've got...
You married me.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah, right. No shit. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. Now, you do not get sneak attack damage because sneak attack has to be done with a weapon, so it's just 2d8 as an automatic crit. That's it.
And then I'm also going to use... I don't remember what it's called. I get to add... Okay. Channel Divinity Touch of Death.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, give me 1 sec. There's a lot of things you're doing here that are way outside of what I thought was, like, normal. I thought you were just gonna, like, stab him and take the 4d6 and all the automatic crit and add the assassinate damage, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So. Bear with me. I apologize, you guys. Okay, Channel Divinity, Touch of Death. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, so you cannot use this because you have not targeted him with a melee attack. It is a ranged spell attack. So the only thing you are doing is hitting this guy with your normal damage, which is 2d8 times 2.
It's 3d8 at second level.
Oh, you cast at second level. Okay, understood. So 3d8 times 2.
So 30.
Okay, give me 1 second. And what kind of damage?
Poison? Hold on, let me double check. Poison damage.
So, Doc creeps up and over this guy. She mutters this incantation, and as he goes to inhale, she times it perfectly. her hands crackle with this disgusting green and black necrotic energy, and this mist forms and begins to spill out of her hands and mouth, almost as her golden nugget wanes and shivers, almost like, please don't do this. She does it anyways. As the mist spreads into his mouth, there is an audible inhale, a couple of deep chest coughs, like I've coughed the last 4 weeks on stream, and out comes this spattering of blood, but he seems almost as if he has resisted a lot of this damage by his very dwarven nature. Doc, I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. Hopefully this isn't the end of Doc.
Alright, so that's a 25.
That's good initiative.
Yeah, it's really good initiative. So, you did that in a very... I want to talk to you after we're done here, because I'm curious why you did it, and you could have done so much more damage with your assassinate and just a short sword and... I mean, just so much more could have been done if it was...
I totally overlooked the melee requirement for the...
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, like, remember you and I have even talked before, I was like, vampiric touch, sneak attack, assassinate is... You will melt you will peel the fucking flesh right off their body.
So, is it vampiric touch third level, though? Because I was going to do that.
Or, I'm sorry, not vampiric touch, I apologize. Inflict wounds, yes.
Yeah, so the problem is, and I had already cast this, it was too late, but the problem is that I switched everything up earlier, but I haven't changed, like I haven't actually hit level 3 yet, so technically I should still have inflict wounds.
Right.
So that was kind of a series of unfortunate events.
Alright, so...
Speaking of unfortunate events, he's awake now.
Yeah.
Okay, so, on that note, though... Alright, so, suddenly, as he coughs, I mean heavy coughs, and blood spills out of his mouth, along with some green and black brackish liquid, kind of comes out his nose and his eye. You see it drip out of his tear ducts. He suddenly looks up, wipes his butt chin instinctively, and then grabs for his eyes. Blinks heavily through the shit show that is this mist pouring into him, and you hear him say, in Dwarven? You don't speak Dwarven. Yeah, no, he looks up and you just hear, Nach, nish, nuk, valach, and he rears back and he just starts fucking flailing on you.
It does say that they have to make a constitution saving throw and a failed save the poison. I don't know if that will affect him or not. I'm not sure if he's...
Okay, no, I appreciate you telling me that. Just make sure that you're marking your stuff off real quick here. So... Also, I, honest to God, thought you were just going to follow this guy and note where he lived to shove it up Gray's ass like, I'm faster than your spies.
Oh, I figured if I could kill him before his spies...
Oh, yeah, that'd be even funnier. True. Okay, so, I rolled a nat 20 plus 4, plus 4. Okay, so 24. Yeah, okay, never mind. So he is not poisoned, but he does take some of the poison damage. It is very clear he's spitting blood, so he took something from you. On that note, though.
And I thought murdering him was going to be our second date.
So he's going to use...
Gray.
So he's going to use half of his movement to stand up. Oops. I'm going to move you back here, Candace. I apologize. His hitbox was right on top of yours, so move you back here. There we go. Okay, so he jumps out of bed. He throws a haymaker at you. $22.
Yep.
Okay. As that happens, I need you to make... First of all, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
19?
Yeah, no problem. As he hits you in the side of the head, you literally spin in a circle and then upright yourself and kind of balance yourself. Like he tried to knock you to the fucking ground. But I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
12.
All right, so you are stunned. As you spin back around, the stun takes effect, and you feel your whole body seize up. You can still see through your eyes, but you are essentially standing, and you are shaking so hard from the hit that your body just begins to vibrate. Okay. So, sorry, I'm looking at what I actually have to do for damage here. So, that is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage from the punch. Okay. Then, he is going to rear back, and he's going to swing at you 2 more times. Both of them have advantage because you are stunned. Okay, so that's a 19. And, ow, I think that's a 10. No, that's a 12. 12 misses, right? Yeah, okay. So one more hit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. As that happens, he punches you, you spin around in a circle, your body begins to shake, he swings at you again with the other fist, punches you across the jaw, you feel a tooth break, and you feel blood begin to pour out of your mouth. He then, almost in a drunken fury, swings at you again and completely whiffs the second attack. Now it is your turn, but you are stunned. You are stunned until the end of my... You are stunned until the end of your next turn, meaning my next turn. So, your turn ends. You feel yourself just standing there vibrating and panicking, the adrenaline starting to pulse through your body. It is his turn. He is going to rear back, and he is going to attempt to punch you again. Okay, that's a 25. I need you to make... actually, he is going to... Yeah, he's gonna... Okay, so I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Hang on, though. Never mind, you automatically fail it. So, he punches you... And as he does so, seeing you're stunned, he hits you in the neck and just slams you to the ground. That is for another 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Alright. Then, he is going to... swing at you twice more. Actually, these are both going to be leg kicks. He lifts his right leg up. Oh, that's not good. That's a nat 20 on one of them. So both of them hit. One of them's a nat 20. 12, so that's 22. So that's 22 points of bludgeoning damage. As he literally just begins to stomp your fucking head. I mean, literally, he just goes up and twice down on your head. One of those stomps hits you so hard that you can now not take a reaction until the end of your next turn. Okay. He now ends his turn, and your stun is up. Okay. Meaning it is your turn, but you are prone.
I'm gonna stand up. How does he look right now?
Give me a second. That's a good question. Give me a medicine check. I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt on this one since you've been watching him while you were stunned. You're not unconscious, you were just stunned. 13. He looks very good. He still looks kind of intoxicated, but and you do see some blood kind of again dripping down his tear ducts and out of his mouth, but honestly he looks unscathed, and you know where you are.
So I'm trying to remember what I had to pick up 1 second. Because I had something at one point. Okay. I'm going to...
And remember, you cannot take a reaction. That is out of the picture.
So I'm going to use my action to cast blindness deafness on him.
Okay, give me 1 second.
For blindness.
Blindness, okay. So... Sorry, bear with me for one moment. Okay, so I'm assuming you said, so you stand back up, you use half your movement, you stand back up, you grab onto the nugget, and you begin to furiously pray and cast, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do I need to do?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, okay, thank you. 17. So you finish your incantation, your nugget flashes bright, and then immediately is surrounded by shadow and turns dark as coal. You reach your hand out, and as you do so, you see this shadow begin to spill around his eyes. He grabs onto it almost physically and throws it off of himself.
Alright, then I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay, you bonus action disengage.
I know I can't pass him. Am I able to, like, go, like...
Yeah, but it's difficult terrain, so it costs 2 points of movement, so you can get there and end your turn.
Just right there?
Yep. Because now you've used your action, your bonus action, and you cannot use reactions.
Apparently I don't like that.
Crying is a free action.
Oh, that's coming.
Little do you know, she's already doing it.
Yeah. That's all I can do. Actually, yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. So you begin... I'm assuming... Does it appear... actually, you know what? I'll make an insight check. I'll give you that. 11. Oh, wow. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Does it appear that Doc is running for the door? Like, is she clambering over the table to get to the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Which you did say you locked when you came in.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so every...
I said I closed it. I don't think I said I locked it.
Okay, I apologize. I thought I heard you say that you closed it and locked it behind you. But either way, just wanted to make sure. He rolled a very high insight. So he turns towards you, and you hear him switch to common at this point, and he says, "You greasy little fuck," and he charges you. He's gonna take a strike at you. Oh, that's another nat 20.
Yeah, she's down.
That's not good.
There's no way he's gonna
What's your hit points?
I have it updated.
I can't see. Oh, no, I do. I apologize. I do see it. Hang on. There actually is a possibility. If I roll minimum damage, you are still up. That did not happen. So that is, yeah, that's 4, 5, 6. That's 10 points of bludgeoning. So, Doc, he says, "You greasy little fuck." And in a flash, this dude who you thought was an intoxicated piece of shit lunges at you. You feel this bright light hit you in the side of the head, and you lose consciousness. right. So, back at the house of the Dwarf Lord Inn. Gray, Aurora, Ree, you've all settled in for the evening. You have found yourselves in the throng of sleep. Okay, Kat, I see you have something. What do you have?
Yeah. I had said explicitly that I was waiting up until Doc got back.
She did.
Okay. Make a... I'll tell you what, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, look, you're tired and you are in bed, so... I mean, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
3 in the morning.
We're back to slow-mo rolls. Fuck.
That's okay. I like slow-mo rolls. They're very dramatic.
I don't, because I get numbers like that.
Oh! Okay.
I tried, Candace.
All right. So, night takes you, all of you, and morning comes. Ree, you are the first to wake up, as you were the most anxious to pack your bags after a thorough convincing by Aurora that you should leave last night. You glance around the room. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good. Doc's bed is a little bit messed up because she had burritoed herself and then left, but it's, you know, it's still tossed, but she's not here. And you see that Gray is just starting to stir, and Aurora is just about to come to. You best surmise, or best guess, is that it is... You guess that it's probably somewhere damn near noon, because y'all went to sleep at like 2:33 in the morning, and there you can smell lunch being cooked. You only know because they only serve pork at breakfast, and noon is usually breads, and it is just yeasty in this motherfucker.
Oh, fuck, we missed the bacon. We missed bacon hour. Shit. Fuck shit.
As Ree says that, Gray, Aurora, both of you kind of, oh shit, and yep, you can smell the yeast buns and the butter kind of wafting in from outside. Also, on the table inside the room, there is platters of cold bacon and eggs that were left here as you were all sawing logs.
Oh, fuck yeah. Nice. Ree will pack the bacon. All right, everybody, yeah, wake up. This is delicious. I hope
Bacon's cold, but it's delicious.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Oh my god. Anybody see Doc? Did she wake yet? She must have wanted to go take a morning test.
I have no idea. I was asleep long before she got up.
All right, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Well, we'll find her in a minute. Just everybody, you know, pack your shit. We're going. We gotta go. We gotta go.
All right, I guess.
Okay, I apologize. So Aurora starts to... She blinks her eyes open ever so slightly and kind of like looks around the room as Ree is shoving her fucking maw full of bacon.
So it's very obvious Doc's not there.
Doc is not here, no. And Aurora, make a... Make an investigation check for me, please. This is going to be considered passive, so it's happening very instinctually.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well.
As most Aurora things do happen instinctually. Most, not all. Sometimes you are conscious. A conscientious objector. I kid. Okay. As you glance over, it was only a 10 DC, so you glance over and you look at the bed. You are positive that bed is exactly as it appeared before you fell asleep last night, before you couldn't hold your eyes open anymore. Her blankets have not fucking moved.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna go from blinking the fuck, I just slept for like 10 hours sleep out of her eyes to, oh shit. Because Doc, she immediately jumps to Gimbal, to be honest. But she's gonna go to that. She's gonna go over to the bed and double check, like, make sure that it's not warm still. And confirm that, and before she relays her anything.
Yeah, so you touch the bed. It is cold. There has been no body in this bed for at least 30 minutes. I mean, that's about the time it would take for that heat to leave, so.
In that case, she's going to put a hand out to stop Ree from packing stuff.
What?
And
What?
shoving bacon in her face. Say, Doc didn't come back last night.
She didn't come back from her poop? Shit, do you think she fell in?
No puns intended, Aurora gives a very cold look.
What? I mean, it's serious. It happens. They're just fucking holes in the ground. Okay.
No, I don't think that she fell in. I think that I should have gone with her, but I think.
At this point, you hear on the door. Open the door.
Oh. Come on in. Oh, is it locked?
Is it locked?
I don't think so.
Doc, well, actually, let me ask Doc this. Doc,
yeah.
would you have locked it on the way out? The door?
No,
Everybody has a key, so.
probably not.
No? Okay. So you say come in.
Yeah, Rion opens the door.
So you open the door and you see an Underhill guardsman standing there. He clearly has the insignia of a lieutenant, and he has his helm off. Long white beard, probably about belly length, but the dude's been drinking beer for probably about 120 years because his belly sticks out further than his knees. And he looks at you and he says,
Good morning. Good afternoon.
it's almost mid-afternoon.
Fuck.
Nah, that's all right, though. No problem with that. As far as your sleeping, obviously this is your room. I don't mean to intrude. You are the friends of Doc, is that correct? The small gnomish lass who carries the gold nugget upon her breast, who
Yeah.
assisted us in the operations. Yes, that is you, correct?
Yeah.
We need you to come with us.
Fuck, what happened?
We're not entirely sure, but we need you to potentially identify a body.
Fuck, not again. Not a fucking god. Damn it, not again. Oh, fuck. Okay.
We can give you a few moments if you'd like. Please meet us
No,
out.
we can
Meet
go
us
now.
out.
I'm
Well,
ready now.
get yourselves decent. Put some fucking pants on.
Oh, I'm not wearing
Please.
pants.
Yes. Well,
Sorry.
yeah, no, it's fine. Flapjacks I had for breakfast, so this is strange. But please join us out in the foyer when you're ready. And he turns on his heel and he walks out towards the main room.
He's like grabbing her pants from like the chair, and she's like chasing after him, like putting the pants on in the hallway.
Aurora's like, I mean, she's always basically dressed, so she grabs the bag that's ready to go, slings it over her shoulder, and bolts.
Great. Grail kind of size stuff a piece of bacon and then, like, I guess, brisk walk over.
Gray, you are such a prick.
Always
We
time
got
for
a
bacon.
brisk walk.
It's always yeah, right? He brisk walks, but with a piece. He's stopped for the fucking bacon. Look, if we're gonna negotiate, we need some fucking fuel, right?
He's also sat through our trials before, so like.
That is true, and didn't say a damn. Oh, that's right. He was a beggar during the trials in Middleton, wasn't he?
No, do it again.
Do it again. D4. All right. So you gather your things. You all move out to the foyer. As you move out to the foyer, it is pretty obvious that, yeah, these were guardsmen, as there are 5 standing right at the door. The lieutenant who's at the head of them, he kind of motions for you as you all approach, and he kind of like leans down and quietly but loudly whispers, "Please, follow us to the Temple of Moradin, but do be discreet. We're trying to keep this kind of under wraps, as it unfortunately alerted many people in the town well, to be honest with you, we're not entirely sure. If you'd follow us."
The fuck happened last night? Yeah, I'll follow you.
Aurora's already moving. She is unhappy.
So he takes you out into the greater Underhill area, and he begins to move directly for the Temple of Moradin, which is actually really not too far from you guys. You guys move about, I don't know, I'd say less than 1/10 of a mile. Gray, give me a perception check, please.
Before that, we can take a long rest, right?
Yes, you 3, please take a long rest. You can count yourself as a long rest. Remember, if there's any hit points missing, you do not have any long rest thing. Doc, you do not need to even worry about that.
Yeah, I'll just go fuck myself.
You are unfortunately deceased.
I think I actually already did that.
I got you. I mean, literally, I got you.
I know.
Okay, give me 1 sec here. Okay. Perception. Okay, thank you. Understood. So, you make your way for the Temple of Moradin. As you enter the Temple of Moradin, there is a guard at the very head of the contingent who stops on his heels. He walks into the temple, exits about 2 or 3 minutes later, and says, "My apologies. We need to actually go to the Temple of Garl Glittergold. Apparently, she was taken there as she had holy garments on her that alluded to the fact that she worshipped Garl and not Moradin. So if you please follow us."
Worshipped? She dead?
Please follow us.
Oh, fuck. She's fucking dead.
So, the group begins to walk. Give me just 1 moment to set the scene here. Yes, if your hit points look crazy and the effects look crazy, it's because these are old characters from when you guys first encountered these scenes, but
Nah, basically the same.
pretty much the same, especially for you, Lucy. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, 25 hit points, no big deal." Hey, at least you
less
didn't.
scales here.
Yeah. Okay, so,
I'm going to say Aurora's not going to voluntarily be at the back of the party for this one. She doesn't have the speed to be able to rush ahead, but she is doing her damnedest.
yeah, and put yourself wherever you want to. I mean, the guards walk you in. They do not follow you into the temple. None of these dwarves walk into this temple. They open the door, and they kind of point forward. As you walk in, there are people in here going about their daily business, their prayers, and their their normal, routines. At the very head of the temple, you see the familiar face of the priestess who oversees all of the inner workings here. She steps forward, and as she does so, she holds her arms out to you, and you can see there's a small trickle of tears coming down her face. And she points especially to you, Ree, and she says, "I'm so sorry."
What happened?
"Please, follow me." And she begins to walk to the east towards a door. She opens the door.
I hate that red X.
I know. And as she steps in, she kind of puts her back to the wall, and she just kind of puts one hand forward down towards the bed. And on the bed, in a very respectable ceremonial wrapping, almost mummy-like, except that from her just above her breastbone up is completely unwrapped, with two golden nuggets sitting on top of her eyelids, and her mouth held closed by a small stick that is pressed into her sternum and her jaw. You see the corpse of Doc, whose face is unfortunately a pale blue. Blood seeping out from the mummified, almost semi-mummified. She's not truly mummified, but she has been wrapped heavily in bandages, and you do see blood kind of seeping up and into some of those spots. Her face is very heavily bruised, and swelling all over her face, neck, and head are very obvious. And she says, "I'm so sorry."
What happened?
We don't know.
Where was she found? What?
They found her hanging in the square, upside down by her feet. Somebody slit her throat and left her to bleed out in the street. I'm so sorry. We couldn't get to her in time. We have no resources here available to bring her back. Do you have any idea or any reason for what may have happened to her? We tried to call her back. All of the Glitterbrights, all of us, I swear to you, every single one of us prayed in a circle around her. And Garl, he refused us. Which means she must have done something horrible. Please help us understand, and we will do what we can to help her come back.
I don't know what she did. This last time I saw her, she went to go take a shit, and that was the last I knew. And then I don't know how this would have who would have done this. I don't.
She blinks through heavy tears, and she looks out of the room towards Gray and Aurora. You two. What do you know of this?
Aurora is looking very upset and angry both. She's definitely reverting to anger to not deal with anything else. And she doesn't say anything at the moment. She's just peering in through the door and looking at Doc.
Gray's hat is probably lowered, trying to cover his own face, because I don't think he's clicked at what just happened completely. And I think he's also going to look upset, but if it's going to be for a different reason than from Aurora.
Do we know anybody anywhere nearby that has the resources to bring her back?
That's a good question. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's a fucking nat 20. Give me 1 second. I have answers.
She's died before. We can bring her back. We brought her back 2 times so far.
she kind of blinks heavy, and she kind of like she wipes a tear out of her eye, and she grabs onto her nugget, and she kind of like bows her head, and she begins to whisper under her breath, and she says, "I'm sure the druids could reincarnate her. Or maybe if you got her to Middleton or Helmcar. There's even a possibility of Port Emerson, but I wouldn't wish anybody to step foot into that place. Maybe reach out to the druids, or to someone in Middleton. If you have to, maybe Port Whirlim. If you just go straight south from here, follow the river south to the road and head straight west. If you hit Port Whirlim, I can pretty much guarantee you that somebody there would be capable of it, if not straight up to Helmcar. It may cost a lot to bring her back at this point, and I'm so sorry we don't have the resources. I'm a devout follower of Garl, but I can't do it. I can't. I just can't."
I know, priestess. Thank you. I know you've done everything you could.
Gray's gonna kinda speak up and go, do you have the spell Gentle Repose? I know because Gray had it in Charwin's book. I'm pulling it out specifically.
She blinks again a couple of times, and she stifles a tear. She wipes her nose, and she goes, I have not, excuse me, I have not memorized it today, but I could have it memorized. Yes, I could pray for it. Garl is non-discriminant as far as necromancy and gentle repose is concerned, so I could prepare it for tomorrow. We have the tome available to us, if that's all right with you.
What does that do, Greg?
I believe, if I remember correctly, it should extend our time for, I guess, something like a reincarnation. To a week? It's a few days.
She blinks a few times, and she says, "Yes, gentle repose will last for 10 days. During that time, the subject," and she motions towards Doc, "would be protected from decay and cannot by any means magical become undead. It also obviously extends the time for raising her by the days spent under the influence. Meaning it could be the difference between a raised dead and a resurrection, which is huge."
Aurora's going to interrupt because she's only half listening at the moment. She's going to say, "Great, get your ass in this room. I'm not yelling into the temple."
You're standing at the door, Aurora.
Also, just so you guys
I am
know,
not that big.
sorry, just really quick, the difference between raised dead and resurrection is 10 days and 100 years. So, big fucking deal.
Is raised dead 100 days?
10. Raised dead is 10 days.
10 days?
Okay.
100 years is resurrection.
Sweet damn, then we don't need that spell.
It's much more expensive.
While it may be worth... Well, yeah, you do you. I don't intervene.
But Aurora's going to say that she is going to move out of the way closer to Doc to give Gray room to get in the room. The second he gets in the room, says, "Can you message Xavier?"
Xavier. Right, I could also message Nightbreeze.
Yes, but she is finally in a form that she likes, and Xavier has the potential to teleport and potentially save the travel time.
Where are we teleporting? Are we teleporting back to the Grove or up to Helmcar?
Well, we can ask him first, and maybe he can get a fucking scroll and bring her back.
Oh yeah.
They're doing it, actually. They're doing pretty
Alright.
fucking good.
So can you send the message or not?
I guess we can. I can, but I guess we should.
No, I guess send the message.
I'm not sending it now. We're busy.
Why?
Why not?
We're discussing options, Aurora. Wait.
The option? What fucking option? She's dead right now. What, you want me to put her body into my bag?
Yes, but how long do you
Yes,
think
yes,
the
I do.
operation's going to take since the message? We don't know if
It's a
Xavier has another
teleport.
scroll
It's
for it.
instantaneous. If he says, hey, it's gonna take me a day, then we know.
You can also give her the money for gentle repose, and he's going to contact her, and then go contact Xavier.
Well, yeah, let's
Can't
definitely do that.
anyway.
Why can't we do that? Let's give her gentle repose, right? And then let's say we preserve her until we can actually get her to be dead or reincarnated or whatever the fuck.
Listen. I am a woman of peace, and I have wept many tears today since they brought her to me, strung up with a throat slit. Excuse me. I will perform the gentle repose for only the cost of materials. 2 gold pieces as a donation to the temple. I will perform it, and that will at least buy you 10 days to figure yourselves out. But please, she is a loss to this community.
Lost to us. We're not gonna let this. They're not gonna let this happen.
She is a loss to more than just you, Ree. Do you understand what she means to the Glitterbrights? A gnome shows up in Underhill after 25 years, and I, being the only gnome here, a Glitterbright myself. I'm doing this for you. Discuss amongst yourselves, but please do it outside the temple if you're going to get loud. I will perform the gentle repose now. I will go fetch the incense that are required for this. Put 2 gold into the basket on your way out. I trust the goodness within you. And tell me what you want done. I will keep her body here.
Okay. Let's go out. Let's go outside, guys, and let's talk about this.
We can keep our voices down. I don't want to leave her.
Then I can keep you in this room, but I will close the door behind me.
Okay.
So she steps out of the room. She turns and she walks out. She closes the door behind her. And she sorry, Gray. Gray's like, fuck this. I'm not being locked in a room with no windows. So she's
Aurora.
No windows, no windows.
yeah, exactly. Y'all are fucked up. Man, you got a dead party member here, and y'all are worried about who's gonna TPK who. Okay, so she steps out of the room. She comes in, literally 20 seconds later, and she has incense and liquefied amber in her hand. She immediately squeezes the amber over Doc's face, which is all that's exposed. She rubs it in. She takes her nugget off of her neck and she places it on her forehead, and she just gently strokes her hair. And as she strokes her hair, you guys see that through the amber also comes big fistfuls of blood clots. She had her head fucking split wide. She was brutalized. Whoever did this annihilated her. She finishes the incantation, she picks her chain up, and as that happens, there's a quick but very bright, almost blinding golden flash that emanates from her own nugget. She puts it back on her neck and begins to whisper prayers over her. A gray shadow manifests over her corpse and encompasses it, very much like a mummy. And you can tell, Gray especially, because you've seen this before and because you've read the scroll before, the gentle repose has succeeded. She looks to you and she says, I will give you your time. Please come see me in the main foyer if you need anything, but I beg you, keep your voice down. We need not alert everybody in this temple.
Thank you, priestess.
Aurora's gonna nod, and it's very obvious that the second this woman leaves, she has words for Gray again. They'll just be slightly lower volume words.
So the door closes, and you hear an audible click as a lock is put into place, and you 3 are in here with the now gentle reposed corpse of Doc. Very clearly a corpse. She's dead.
Well, that went poorly.
Send your message.
Shut up. And he's gonna cast sending.
Okay, and who is your target?
Xavier from Xavier's Emporium.
Okay, and what is your message, Gray?
Hello, this is Gray. Actually, give me a moment. Can I write it down to see?
Yeah, no, please, take your time. Take your time. Well, look, we got 45 minutes. We need to make sure this is cold and calculated. This bitch ain't going nowhere for 10 days.
Oh no, we've got a whistle.
Oh, we do have a whistle. Make her walk her dumb ass to somewhere where she can get rezzed.
You are not next up on the reincarnation list. Next up is Gray, damn it. Yeah, which means we have to bring you back this way. Otherwise, if I have to send Gray to this grove in order to, bring you back, we'll be good. There's a soul forge there. We'll make it work. Side quest.
Emotional damage. We don't need any more side quests.
So I know this is.
I don't know. I would soul forge into whatever it took to bring Doc back.
So I know it's a little bit of a long shot, but could I look over Doc's body for any kind of clues as to who might have done this, or like, is there any of her? I can't imagine any of her stuff is here at all. Like,
Her stuff is it is here, but it is all placed to the side. She is pretty much stripped naked at this point, but bound heavily in like borderline mummified bandages from the chest bone down. So give me a medicine check.
7.
Okay. So what you can tell, I will not give you anything from the chest down, but what I can tell you from the chest up is that she has been bludgeoned, very obviously. I mean, you are a bludgeon specialist. She's been bludgeoned from the jaw up. Swollen eyes, jaw is swollen out to one side, teeth are missing. She's been beaten with something that has bludgeoned her in the head. She also had her throat very clearly slit from ear to fucking ear.
Reach is trying to hold back tears at this point, but she's clearly more angry at the sight of seeing her friend just mutilated again in a week. So she's like, who would have done this to her? Didn't do anything to anybody here?
What about your mysterious friend that loves putting daggers to people's throats?
Gimbal?
And this is how the
Gimbal?
DM
He
turns
wouldn't
all
do
of the
this.
players against each other. Yes, give me your backstory.
I guess I'm not sure.
Okay, so I've kind of dumbed it down to 25 words.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate thing about sending, isn't it?
If you watch the camera, you can literally see me go, fuck!
Don't.
All right.
Here's a pro tip: don't use "fuck" as one of your words.
It's not.
Yeah, also, also counts as a word. So, okay.
There's no
Anyway, I know, I'm just fucking with you. All right, Lucy. So, as you guys are talking, Gray, you feel your spell manifest. The incantation succeeds, and you feel the telepathic connection, the static. It is connected.
Okay, so he's gonna say, "This Gray, Doc, died again. Are you able to teleport to Underhill? If so, do you have a way to bring her back?"
You feel the static reconnect to you, and you hear. My sweet little Puss in Boots is dead again? Oh, that's unfortunate. Yes, I can get there. How long has she been dead? And the static.
Just so you know, the voice mod's not coming across Discord, but it is coming across the stream.
Gray's gonna sigh and say, I need a better
That's
way
weird.
to communicate with people. And cast, sending again. Shut up, Aurora. Using my spell slots, you can wait. She's been dead a few hours. We cast Gentle Repose in the Temple of Garl Bitter Gold.
Okay, sorry. Candace told me that the voice mod was not coming across. Can you guys tell me if it's coming across now? Because this happened last time I used the telepathy voice, and I heard it on the stream, and it was coming across. So, testing.
It just sounds like you. But on the stream, you can hear it.
The last three.
Yeah, we can
Did
hear
the
it on
last three
stream.
work?
It's weird. No.
I saw nods.
Nah, I didn't see any. I didn't hear
Testing,
any.
testing.
Only you-
Hello,
only
do
you,
hear
voice.
the voice now, Candace?
Nope.
Again, on the stream it does.
Weird.
but
She
not
says
on-
it's on the stream. It does, but I have it active. But I saw people nodding when I was okay. So we'll. Anyways, I digress. Okay, so Lucy, Candace, just disregard that. Gray, what did you just say? I apologize.
I blanked on what I just said.
He
I
said,
Gray, you are
She's-
muted.
Hello?
I can hear.
Now I can't hear Lucy. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Sorry, Candace mentioned this thing, and now I'm all fucked up. So give me a second. Hang on. I gotta do some things here. God damn it.
Sorry, I only mentioned it because last time.
Well, don't fucking don't. Okay, can somebody talk?
Hi.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, Gray, go ahead.
Okay, Gray said
She's been dead for almost a day. We cast Gentle Repose. And at the Temple of Garl Bitter Gold.
So you feel the static connect, and you hear. I can be there as early as tomorrow, but it will cost 650 gold pieces. If that's acceptable, send me a sign, and I will be there at dawn.
Damn you. Your spell slot usage message. Does Doc have, I guess, her purse on her?
So okay, so over here, there's a small chest that is open and very clearly containing all of Doc's shit. Daggers, pouches, purses, everything.
Okay. And I guess, I'll say, I'll cast message again.
Sending or message?
Sending.
Okay, thank you.
I do have both.
I know, that's why I asked.
I'm gonna cast sending again and go. Alright, see you tomorrow. Doc will probably pay. When she's back. She has most of the money.
Okay, and also, Lucy, while you're doing that, go ahead and give me an insight check. Or, not an insight check, excuse me, an investigation check. This is passive. Okay, thank you. Alright, so there is...
Never mind, too late.
Oh, wait, did you say guidance?
No, I wanted to ask if I can use my inspiration on it, but it,
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead. No, you can use your inspiration. Yeah, sure. Nope, that's definitely not better. But you do receive a response. I'll be there at dawn tomorrow. Have the monetary compensation ready? and hopefully somebody who can perform the ritual. Goodbye, Mr. Gray.
Okay, after that, he'll turn to Aurora and Bree and go, Xavier's coming tomorrow. Grab Doc's purse over there and get some gold out. We need 600.
Aurora practically dives for the purse.
Okay, so you dive for the purse. Aurora, give me an investigation check.
I mean, if it helps at all, I just went through her stuff not long ago.
Nope.
Okay, investigate.
This is like a pseudo passive situation for more information.
Okay, let's see if it actually wants to roll this time.
Although, you know what? You did go through it recently, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
I looked at her corpse.
Give it with advantage.
Oh, thank you for that. You'll see why in a second.
Oh, fuck!
I
Did you
used to
re-roll
be
those?
smart, then I took some scales to the head.
You took some fucking scales to the head. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
No, that wasn't a nat one. That was a 2.
No, that was a 2 with a minus. That was a 2 with a minus. Fuck you. Okay, a 15. So, Aurora, as you dive into it and you begin to furiously dig through to look for the pouch, you realize something through this investigation, this investigatory situation, and that is, she was killed, potentially murdered, but she was not robbed. Do with that what you will.
Yeah, that's gonna get kind of filed away in the back of her brain at the moment. She's more preoccupied with bringing her back, so then she can yell at Doc. But she's not allowed to leave, and there was no flipping each other off. She can't be gone like this.
That's true. That is true. So you find the coin purse of the pocket plane, and as you reach your hand into it, you almost immediately know exactly how much coin is in there. Candace, can you please send Kat a detailed note of exactly what's in there?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so you've grabbed it up.
When is he gonna be here?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow when? Tomorrow was a long time. Tomorrow when?
He said tomorrow. You fucking wait till tomorrow. That's
Tomorrow,
all you
like
get. That's
dawn?
all you get.
Did he say? He didn't say what time tomorrow? Fuck. We can't go off just that. Can you message him again and ask him what time he's gonna be here?
No.
Okay, you guys, just go and see if you can figure out what the fuck happened. I'll
Yeah.
stay here.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll stay here until he comes. Figure it out. But if you figure out what bastard did this to her, you let me know.
Yeah.
Don't. And her voice is starting to rise. She catches herself, lowers her voice again, says, "You're not killing them without me." Now, what the fuck are you two still doing here?
I'm
Go!
not gonna
Figure out what happened.
promise. I'm not gonna promise not killing this one before that. I'm gonna leave them. Bye.
Well, it's a good thing someone's coming back to bring people back. Maybe we'll bring her back. We'll bring them back. We'll kill them again if we have to. Now go! Figure out what happened.
Yeah. Ree leaves.
Okay, so Ree walks out.
I'm going back to bed. Gray's gonna turn back.
Hey, put 2 gold in the thing on your way out.
Ree
And
just.
she's gonna... Well,
sorry, go
to
ahead.
whichever one she can say it to, and she's gonna throw 2 gold to them.
Okay,
Out
Mark.
of her...
Yep,
Out of Aurora's pocket, not out of the main one.
understood. Aurora, go ahead and mark 2 gold off, and then I assume whoever that's getting tossed to, you will put it in the Commonwealth pot on the way out.
Ree left the door first, so it probably would have been tossed to Gray, I assume.
Gray, what do you do with the 2 gold?
Don't make me murder
I
you.
have to ask
Well,
this very particularly, you son of a bitch.
I know, and it's really tempting to just take it.
Especially after you spent that 10k, right?
Yeah. think he'll put the 2 gold in for now.
Okay, all right. So you
Just
drop
so
the 2.
priestess doesn't bother Aurora.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so you drop the 2 gold in the pot. Ree is already out the front door. Gray, you're following, 15, 20 feet behind, but still within eyesight. Aurora, what are you doing while you were in here? Oh, sorry. Nope, I apologize. Continue your conversation. I'll jump to these 2 first. Ree
Sorry.
and... No, you're fine. Ree and Gray, what are you doing as you exit the temple? Gray, I know you dropped the 2 coins in the pot, but where are you going? What is your intention?
Ree is heading toward the town square. I think that's where the priestess said she was hanging.
Correct. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and put you... Okay, so you exit the Temple of Garl Glittergold, which is over here, and as you head towards what is colloquially, yeah, you know the word I'm looking for.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so there is a town square that is right about here, and there is a small park, essentially, that is very well kept, very well maintained. It is currently the autumn season, and you do find probably about 25 or 30 Underhill guards here that are around a perimeter where a small hempen rope has been drawn around. And in the center, there is a statue of the Ore Master that stands probably 15 or 16 feet tall. And off of the end of it is hanging a very clearly severed rope. And on the ground below it, there are bloodstains that there are a couple of custodians trying to brush out of the grass. They're trying to, rake it out of the grass.
Ree will approach the scene. And
You get a guard that throws his hands up and he says, Hey, little miss. No need to be here. Maybe run along, get yourself a drink or something to eat. Yeah, just look, this isn't right for your kind. No offense. I mean no offense.
we need to know who did this. Who did this? What are your guards finding out? I need to know this. That was my friend who was hung up.
Well, look, this is a pending investigation. We don't know a whole lot about what's going on here. All I know, and he glances around to a couple guards around him, is that there was some woman hanging upside down by her feet and bleeding out onto the ground below here this morning when Guard Patrol went on morning rounds. It was about, what was it? Hey, Stefan, how long ago was that? And you hear the guy call back, well, it's probably about 7:15, 7:30 this morning. He goes, probably about 7:15, 7:30 this morning.
Is that guy in charge? Is Stefan in charge?
No, Stefan's a fuck off. But he was here first because he was one of the guardsmen who was doing rounds.
Okay, great. Stefan!
You hear Stefan, he kind of looks over and he goes, Hey! What?
Who's in... Are you in charge?
Fuck no, I'm not in charge. Come
Who the fuck's
on.
in charge around here?
What are you talking about? Our lieutenant's over there. And he points to the guy who's sweeping. He's like, I just wanted to be... I wanted to make sure... What the fuck are we doing here? What do you want, Gobbo?
What happened? This is our friend. She was murdered last night. We need to know by who, how, and why.
Oh, fuck, she's actually dead?
That's a lot of fucking blood. Yeah, she's dead.
Well, look, there's an ogre in the kitchen up in the Old Master's Keep. I've seen him bleed like 15 fucking barrels full and not die. I apologize. Listen, Gobbo. I'm only here on cleanup duty. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. A patrolman who came through this morning on first watch found this body hanging in a tree upside down by her ankles. It looked like her throat was slit. It looked like she was bleeding out. Ran up to her. Unfortunately, she was already gone. We rushed her to the Temple of Moradine. They said they couldn't do anything because she was a Glitterbright. Rushed her down there and... she was unfortunately past the point of saving.
Can I look around? I need to know. I need to know.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm fucking Joel Receipt. I'm the motherfucker who beat the shit out of that butt-chinned asshole the other day.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
not great at this.
Well, maybe fuck yeah.
I like your enthusiasm, Cat. Oh, wow! Holy shit! That was actually really not that bad. He kind of...
I go back to my fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah! Alright, so he blinks a couple times and he goes, alright, I mean, we're just cleaning up, you know, bloodstains, so yeah, fuck off. You go do your thing. And he pulls the rope down and he says, do you need a hand over or would you rather go under?
I'll go under.
Oh, alright. He lifts it up and allows you free access. And then he puts his hand up to Gray. Who the fuck do you think you are?
He's with me.
And then he blinks and he goes, oh, fuck. Gray? Gray? Oh, Mr. Gray. I just wanted to say, I'm a huge fan. Loved your performance a few nights ago. It was wonderful. My kids, my wife, she told me we were having
Murder investigation, guys.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Please, yeah, Mr. Gray. And he, like, lifts the rope up and then goes, oh, you're very tall. And he puts it very down low. Maybe step over.
I think I'm just gonna leave my goblin friend here for now. Try not to make sure that she doesn't cause too much trouble.
Oh, yeah. No. All right. Take care. Thank you.
See ya. Good luck.
Also, my wife fucking loves you. She said maybe, like, menage a trois. Okay, take care.
Okay, bye.
He said, okay, bye.
And
Okay, bye.
What Gray's gonna do? Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was so fucking nonchalant. You're just like, yeah, okay, thanks, bye. Take care. Any other bard in the history of Dungeons and Dragons would have been like, oh, did you just say menage a trois? And you were like, nah, tip my hat to you. I got fucking people to manipulate and things to do. Okay, sorry.
I stay with Ree and constant stuff.
It's true.
I think what Gray's gonna do is something similar but not the same. He's gonna go to the tavern, right?
Okay.
The Dwarf Lord Inn.
Yep.
And,
Back to home base.
Yeah, and he's gonna, I guess, sit kind of where their table is. And he's gonna try and see if he can find someone with maybe some injuries, because there's no way Doc just died like a bitch.
Okay.
But as he walks away from the guard, and he gets a safe distance away, he's gonna go, 10,000 silver for nothing. You're supposed to be good at this, Doc.
Okay. We're gonna circle back to you, Gray. Ree, as you enter the crime scene, you see that there is a huge blood stain on the ground. I mean, it's probably 4.5 feet circumference. And there is a rope up in the tree that has a little bit of blood on, like, the tail end of it, but it's very frayed, like it was sawed, off. What would you like to do?
I guess look at the area around the tree, like the trunk of the tree. She's no investigator. She's she's just looking for footprints or scraps of clothing or something. I don't know.
Okay, fuck investigation. Make a survival check.
Ooh, okay, I'm good at that.
What are you doing?
All right.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I heard the fucking click. So you look down. You kind of begin to investigate, quote unquote, the area around the base of the tree, and you're like, man, it's definitely Doc's blood. It is 100% Doc's blood. You also see... Yeah, very sugary. There's also some drag marks in the ground that you see leading up to the spot next to the base of the tree, next to the trunk of the tree, that is absolutely 100% the shape of Doc's body if she were to have been dragged in her own blood, which she was. About 4 or 5 feet out, you see a set of footprints. And you look at these fucking footprints. And you know these fucking footprints. Not because you've seen them before, but because you've heard these heavy, clown-footed footfalls on top of your ass.
Because I have a bruise the same shape on my chest.
Boom, baby. You know goddamn well that those feet belong to the prick, the butt-chin bastard who fought you in the arena about a week ago. Absolutely. And you are 90% sure. There's still some doubt. There is still some doubt, but there is enough of convincing with how they look to you that you're like, no, this motherfucker is definitely to blame.
This is just in the direct vicinity. Could I follow the trail out from this area? Probably not, right? Because it's all stone.
Nah, fuck that. Make a survival check. Look, somebody was being dragged and bleeding.
There we go.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
I'm getting nice rolls.
So, the drag marks, and if you just want to take a look on the screen here, give me 1 second. I'm going to draw a freehand line. You follow this shape. All right. That is where you follow the trail. You follow the trail in the most perfect fashion from that tree where she was found hanging, upside down, dead, all the way up and around Ronald's rune smithy, past the Temple of Garl, up and around the west side of the mill, and up into the central portion of the storage district, or the storehouse district. And you don't know exactly where it goes from there, but you get into the storehouse district, and you know somebody in this motherfucker killed her. Also, huge thank you. Hex, god damn it, I knew it! I knew it! Hex, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid! You are a lovely being. Thank you so much. I love it, and thank you for everybody who's here.
So I know he's talking.
Sorry, I was just saying thank you to the raid that just
no
popped
worries.
in, so... Alright, Kev, lay it on me.
Yeah, so Ree's gonna run back to the house with the door floored in. She's gonna get her maul. And then... is Gray still in there looking around?
Good question, Gray. So at this point, now this has taken you a good, we'll say like 25 to an hour, somewhere in that time frame. Gray, during this time, what are you doing specifically? Because you have left her. You're just like, boom, I'm gone.
I think I said that I'm going to the tavern and he believes that Doc managed to make some marks on this person. There's no way they didn't. And,
Okay.
As such, he's trying to see if there are any indications of, I guess, unusual fights, dagger marks, anything, I guess, that could indicate fighting Doc.
Okay, understood. Also, huge thank you to Hex. I very much seriously appreciate you being here and rating us on Sunday nights. We love your stream. We love your community. Thank you for being here. Also, feel free to follow because it costs you nothing. Okay, so you get into the tavern and go ahead and give me an investigation check, Gray.
Damn, my rolls tonight suck.
Honestly, they've not been too bad. You're useful. Okay, so you sit down in the tavern and you begin to watch people, and you're like, you know what? I'm not getting a lot out of this because it's, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. There's just not a lot of people here. They're off at work. It's a Monday. There is nothing that would draw people to being in a tavern at this point. However, you sit there for about 25, we'll say 35 minutes, and all of a sudden the door kicks open and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna see somebody who's got a bruise on their face, I'm gonna notice them, I'm gonna see what's up, and you see Ree, I mean literally just bust in, no weapons, no nothing, flapjack swinging in the fucking wind, and her eyes are dilated like owls, and she locks eyes with you.
What are you doing? Are you getting a drink?
In
Oh, we're fucking investigating a murder!
In conclusion, Ree killed Doc. Side note. Ree, I am investigating. I'm just doing it, I guess, not running around screaming.
Well, I found the fucking trail where they were, wherever the fucking butt chin fucking dragged her from her fucking house, and now he hung her from a fucking tree. I'm getting my goddamn hammer, and we're gonna fucking smash that little asshole's fucking stupid butt chin in. She'll run to the room before you even get to say anything.
Alright, where you go? Okay.
She'll like seconds later, she's like comes back, her fucking hammer strapped over her shoulder. You fucking coming?
I'd like to think that it was just as Gray was about to sit down again, and you pop back up and he goes, "Guess so. Let's go. We should probably get Aurora. Actually, you know what? I got it. And I'm gonna cast Sending on Aurora."
You had more fucking spell slots?
Yeah,
Isn't that a
I have spell
cantrip?
slots for days.
It's not. It's
Oh,
a
it's not.
level 3 spell.
Okay, what do you say?
Best use of a level 3 spell slot, period.
Yeah, it's my last level 3 too.
That's alright, you got level 4 and 5 to wait, oh no, do you have level 5 spell slot? I don't know if you have
I
level
have
spell.
level 4.
Okay, I assumed you were way more powerful than you were.
I wish.
Oh, so
No.
don't use them to, avenge our murdered friend. No.
Right. Okay.
Of course not. Gray doesn't care.
What do you think?
We might have a lead. You coming or not?
One second, I'm counting men. I'm sure you're not gonna cast another spell to bother telling me who or where I would go. So kick their ass. I'll keep her safe.
Yeah, I'll keep the corpse safe. Good job. He says that out loud. And then goes, well, Aurora's not coming.
Didn't fucking give me any information.
Well, we were gonna
Horrible,
stop by
nasty part.
we were gonna stop by the temple anyway. Figured. He wanted to know if you were gonna come with or not, and then they were gonna stop by the temple.
Let's fucking go get her. That doesn't make any fucking sense. She's gonna stay there with Doc right now. Let's go.
All right.
And what she's been doing, because it's just like a one sentence thing, is she is just essentially just vigil by Doc. Like, anyone comes in and she is like protective. She's probably telling Doc's body all the things that she's gonna do when she figures out like who did this. But quietly. And keeping an eye on the door.
Okay, so Gray and Ree. You begin out of the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn and back towards, I assume, the Storehouse District. Is that correct?
We're going to get Aurora first.
Okay,
Go to the temple.
understood. So you go back to the Temple of Garl.
Yeah.
You go back inside. You run past the past everybody who's doing their own thing. You are allowed into the room, and poof, all of a sudden, Aurora, as you are sitting there over Doc, who is very well. I mean, the energy hums off of her. This gray, almost mummification level energy is humming off of her, and because you've seen this before, all of you have seen this before, you are aware that she's being gently reposed, meaning she's not decaying in her dead state, but you are very positive she's dead. The door busts open. You see Gray and Ree standing there. Ree strapped to the fucking teeth.
Found a trail leading back to the storehouse area. You coming?
she's gonna, like, she was already, like, in the process of standing to, like, protect, and she hesitates and looks back towards, like, Doc's body, visibly torn.
She's not going
Already
anywhere.
dead.
With
Do
the
we know
door
what-
with the door wide open, the priestess, the one who runs the temple, pushes the door open even further, all the way to its brink, and she peeks her head in, and she looks straight at you, Aurora, and she says, "She is under my care, and as far as I am concerned, until the day I draw my last breath, no harm will befoul her body. Do what you must."
Aurora's gonna look at her. Her eyes gonna do the weird shit that she does. As she's like studying her, like gauging her seriousness essentially, then she's gonna nod.
You see two pinpricks of bright, almost golden light flicker in her eyes, and then her nugget flickers once like a lightning bug. The same flicker you've seen in Doc and Ree's nugget. And she says, "Do what you must."
Wow, how did a bow just magically appear in Aurora's hand? I don't know how that happened. But suddenly
That's
she's
what
ready
I
to go.
thought. So she steps into the room, and as you exit, she closes the door behind you, and you hear not one, not two, but three.
Let's roll. Let's go.
Okay, so the three of you...
As,
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Gray, please.
as we go out and stuff, as we get like a bit away from the temple, Gray's gonna go to Ree and go, "So do you have a plan that doesn't
Nope.
put us up in jail?" Okay.
Do you have one?
Expecting too much. We'll figure it out when we get
Should-
there.
I'm just trying to find out where this fucking asshole lives, at least. And then if he's there, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Do we have a plan? Do you have a plan? I don't have a plan.
Here's a plan.
But we'll
We
see when we
go,
get there.
we take care of this, and
pretty
then
much
we
where my
deal.
plan ended.
We bring Doc back, and then we'll deal with whatever fucking else. If we leave this town behind, oh fucking well, we'll leave with Doc with us. That's what matters. Fuck the rest of it.
Wish I could be as stupid as you are right now. Anyway, on a side note, I have a plan that might actually help.
Okay, what is it?
We'll have to get there and we'll have to find them first.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you begin to collectively run towards the storehouse district.
Doc's back.
Disregard Doc. She ain't got no hit
Yay,
points
it's
left.
fine, everybody.
She ain't got no hit points left. Okay.
It wasn't really her. False alarm. She's actually alive and sitting on this bed just waiting for us.
Not again.
All right. So, all right. So the three of you. Bear with me. All right, so the three of you enter from the northern portion of the district. You begin to move south. As you begin to move south, you realize, yeah, this is first and foremost a very slummy district. As you are kind of like trailing the drag marks, they kind of dissipate from here. There's a little bit of this and that here and there, but you're truly not sure where the hell any of the actual crime or the actual like the footprint, quote unquote, of the crime occurred. You have no clue at this point, but you know definitely it was somewhere in this district.
Are there people around here at all?
There are some people moving here and there. There are a shitload of guards. And by a shitload, I mean like normally in a district like this, there'd be, you know, 1 or 2 guards during the day and probably nobody ever by night. But right now, you definitely see a handful of guards walking around and a couple of, you know, peasants here and there just kind of peddling goods and moving from point A to point B.
I guess we would first like to try to talk to a random person, ask if they saw or heard anything last night.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Back.
So you grab the first person you see, pull him close. You say, "Hey, have you heard anything? Did you hear anything last night? What's going on in the district?" She looks up at you. It's probably a 15 or 16-year-old girl, dwarven girl, and she goes, "Oh, no. I woke up this morning and everybody was screaming about something. I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I just ran outside just now after I got my clothes on. People were saying somebody was dragged from the streets, but I don't know if it was from these streets or if it was to these streets. I thought at first it was maybe my goat, because he's kind of an asshole and he likes to get away from us. But my goats are still here. Wasn't my goat?
I'm very, very happy that your goats are still here. Thank you. No, it was that.
Thank you so much.
Here.
I guess Gray would go to another person. And did you say it's the butt chin guy, Ree?
I mean,
Gray
yeah,
Gray
it was. I recognized the footprint. It was the same. I saw a footprint in the ground. It was the same shape and size as the one I have, like that was on my chest and on my head.
Okay, in that case, Gray already has his own hunch, and this confirmed it. He's probably gonna walk up to some of the people, some of the older-looking ones, and go, "Did you see the fight that happened? It was yesterday, right? Ree and
Couple days ago by this point."
No, at this point it was like a week ago. Like a week and a half ago.
Okay. He's basically gonna go, "Do you see the fight that happened that week?" And then it was awesome, wasn't it? I know Joel the 3 is staying somewhere in town. Do you know where the other guy's staying?
Whoa.
Kind of similar. That guy's gigantic. Oh, damn.
Random giants.
That's a big motherfucker, and I apologize. Yeah, that is a huge bitch. I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. Gray, go ahead.
Yeah, Gray walks up to someone, preferably older looking, and go, "Did you see the fight that happened last week with Joel Ruthie and I have his name written down, give me a second. Krogmaw?"
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, and then we'll go forward with the answers. Okay, so you begin to ask around, right? You begin to ask around about, did you see the fight? Did you see the fight? Nobody you talk to, and there's probably 6 or 7 people you actually try to converse with, nobody saw the fight. Everybody tells you through the conversation that we don't have money to see the fight. Are you kidding me? Look at we can't afford that kind of entrance fee. We heard about it, but we didn't see it. What are you talking about?
Well, I was hoping to figure out where Krogmaw was, because I really enjoyed the fight. I heard he might have been staying around somewhere around here.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you failed the investigation check. That's unfortunate. That's actually that's still not too fucking bad because you are a very good persuader. Wow, you could persuade the panties off me, Gray. That's impressive. Good for you. Okay, so so you eventually, we'll say over the course of the next like 25, 30 minutes or so, you finally find somebody who's like, oh yeah. You're talking about Krogmaw, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Fighter.
Yeah, the pit fighter, right? Yeah, no, he lives right over there. Why? He I heard he did fantastic. I heard he only got bloodied up a little bit this time. Is that true? I heard he wants to fight the Warlord's new ogre chef. Is that right? Is he gonna do that at some point? Because I'd love to see that. Could you possibly donate maybe for me and my family, you know, entrance fee to see that fight if he does it?
I don't think he's going to do that.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's
Also,
terrible.
Also, he had his ass beat to by a goblin.
Oh! Get the shit out of here!
It was crazy.
No!
Tell you what.
That Krogmaw, and he points directly over to the hut that is right here. That Krogmaw? He got his shit kicked in by a fucking gobbo? By a greenskin? No. By a dog? Really? By a pea flesh? Come on.
It was hilarious. Tell you what, if you want to hear the full story, at the Dwarf Lord Inn, I have performances there. Performances are normally free.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, my people, we're not allowed at the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn.
My apologies.
No, we're of the worker caste. We're unfortunately not welcome there. Do you do performances anywhere else, Mr. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Alex. You may call
Make a deception check, you son of a bitch. And that's how we're gonna end fucking tonight. Is by Oh, I did not. That is. Oh, you know what's funny? I rolled a fucking 3 with a -1. Alex, and he goes, okay, Mr. Alex. Alright, well, if you're going to perform somewhere else, I'd love to see you. You look, well, quite frankly, you're very handsome, but don't tell me husband that. Yeah, no, that's, right, okay. Well, sorry, your handsomeness has me very confused.
No problem. Thank you for your help.
Yeah. You see a hand come out kind of almost expectingly.
I guess a copper coin.
Just to feed the children. She takes the copper and she kisses her hand. She goes, in the most sincerity you've probably seen since you've been here, thank you so much. This truly means more than you can comprehend. And she turns, and 3 small dwarven children run up to her, and you see her kind of gather them around, and then, lead them off into another alley. And that, my friends, is where we are going to end here for tonight, in the investigatory, delving into, why did Doc die?
Again.
God damn it! Look, next time I reincarnate your ass, you're coming back as a turtle, and you're gonna like it this time,
Okay.
Dieter. No, I'm just kidding.
The first and second time was my fault. This time,
The first.
completely my fault. Honestly, it was a lot of overlooking stupid shit. So it's
To be fair-
and I feel stupid, but
And Doc at this point has died now 3 times. She once. I have it listed as she because that's the original character. She once,
No, that's
once,
fitting.
and Gray 0. So Doc is our fucking death junkie. Ironic that she's the assassin.
This was truly so. Candace didn't even think about dwarven poison.
Resistance. Yep.
I did think about that, and I also completely overlooked because I was like, oh, it's cool. I'm gonna put 15 on it. It's gonna be perfect, and it was not. So sorry, guys. I really wanted to progress the story tonight, and I kind of fucked that up. I really apologize.
It's okay.
It's fine. We got to play detective. Also,
I mean,
Oh,
Like,
there's
that's true.
some cool character
It
progression
is really
going on.
cool
Though.
character progression for sure. It's really.
I'm
cool
gonna
to
murder
see.
Gray.
Yeah.
That's not progression. That's been the same for
That's just.
I was gonna say, like, you've been ready to murder Gray for how long? You should have done it in
You know
fucking
what?
session 1 with the ghouls.
I'm gonna murder him with an inventive way. It won't just be shooting him in the neck now. Now I have to slit his throat and hang him upside down in a courtyard. Like,
That's
obviously.
If you find out. If you find out. I will say, typically, I'm not the one that dies all the time. And Xavier can attest. I am not typically the one that dies all the time. I usually try to be very careful. But this night was just pure stupidity, so sorry, guys.
You don't need to apologize about anything. Think about the stories we have now been able to create. There is something so special about me even thinking, oh no, we're just gonna go do this weird fucking sanctuary thing, and you guys being like, hold my beer. And then I'm like, wait, did you just say hold my... Oh, fuck, we're playing Florida Man.
Here's what I'll say too. So this is my learning experience for dying. Like, assuming she comes back, right? She's gonna be like, okay, both times I've tried spells, it's gone very fucking poorly, so I'm just gonna stab shit till it dies, and that's how she's gonna assassinate.
And what a great way to learn. Not just that, but once she learns what poison is, if you can put poison on your blade and then stab it. Because I was even doing the math. I was like, what, why are you casting Ray of Sickness? Oh, God. Well, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
On a side note, I'm glad we're ending it here tonight, because with my rolls, I don't want to continue.
Your rolls are not doing great.
My rolls last time.
You know what? Here's the interesting thing, though, right?
I definitely failed.
I've always been of the mindset that shitty rolls create better stories, and good rolls create epic stories. Better versus epic. I mean, hey, it's a win-win. And you guys know, I don't totally... I mean, sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, you rolled a nat 1. Okay, thank you for your roll. But if you even roll like a 9, it's like, you don't know this because... Okay, guys, who are we going to raid tonight? And we'll go ahead and we'll stop it here for the evening. I don't think... Wow, there's like literally nobody fucking... There's nobody streaming tonight.
Get on it, Lucy. Start streaming.
Lucy, go. I know. Poor Lucy's over here falling fucking asleep. Kevin, quick, stream!
Right. You get to, I'll start streaming my boring graphic design stuff. You gotta love that.
You know what's funny about that? We've started streaming, so I've been doing some day streams because of Hogwarts Legacy shit, and there are people who are doing arts and crafts streams that have thousands of fucking viewers every single... People who are just drawing and talking through what they're doing.
I need to do more crochet and shell streams.
Also, fuck you, Kevin. Your art literally is the only thing that decorates our walls. You have beautiful art, and you should be proud of your art. But yeah, you're right. As a whole, it's a very specific thing. But seriously, it is niche. But god damn, you're niche. Okay, guys. Yeah, so we'll end here. We'll pick back up next session. I'm going to take a note on it right now. We'll be picking up literally at the point where we are still investigating this situation in this square. And, yeah, we'll just kind of go from there and see what the hell happens.
Right. I have an idea now. But we'll
Thanks,
see what
everybody.
happens.
Aurora also has an idea, and it is very un-Aurora-like.
No,
But we're gonna...
Oh boy,
we're gonna
here we
see.
fucking go. Here she goes.
And it's gonna end me up in jail.
No,
I'm already
ending-
wanted in
ending
Middleton.
with Gray-
We're ending it there.
Ending with Gray in jail would be a very Aurora-like idea. I said this one was not Aurora-like.
I'm
We should-
concerned about having to run from this town.
We'll see what happens. All right, guys.
1 week later.
I know. Take care. Oh, actually, fuck, 1 week later, which is even more hilarious because next Saturday is our 8-hour game. So, Kat, we'll see you next Saturday for D&D on Saturday.
Yes,
and
please,
then,
I need it so
yes,
bad.
I know.
Please.
It's been a fucking month.
Yeah, we made a resolution for the youngest as well. We'll see if it goes as well as I'm hoping.
All right, guys, take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week, and have a great week at work. Lucy, have a great week at school, and Lucy, we do truly look forward to seeing you stream this week. We all have been just absolutely on top of being able to watch somebody instead of being the streamer.
Dude, I had so much fun hanging out in your stream last night.
Oh, it was so much fun. So much fun.
Honestly, all that did was make me want to finish Evil Land 2 fast.
I know, it was so... right? All right, guys, I'll see you later.
Good night, everybody.
All right, and for all of our wonderful viewers, we will see you later. Thank you, my friends, and take care. Love you so much. Thank you for all the love tonight.